Hi everybody, this is Alchemist2 and I'm back again with another book review. I recently finished the book Doctor Sleep, which is actually a sequel to The Shining. If you haven't seen the movie or read the book, I would definitely do so first, because if you're coming into Doctor Sleep, you're probably wondering, who is this Danny Torrance character? And you're probably going to get lost from that point on. But as far as books are concerned, I could have finished this book in a day or two had I had a chance to just sit down with it and read it, because it is that well written. It has very short chapters, and one thought automatically flows seamlessly into another, much like how minds typically work. And it's excessively thrilling. It's exceedingly spooky in many instances, and I won't really say why, but it features Danny Torrance after the well-known incident or incidences in the Overlook Hotel. If you've read The Shining or have watched the movie, you know that the movie is definitely close to the book. Well, at least to me. The Shining is one of my favorite movies of all time, even though it scares the bejesus out of me. I just love that movie to bits. Especially Jack Nicholson's portrayal of Jack. Of course, yeah, token character, but I really felt that this was an apt sequel and just splendiferous. It really was suspenseful, thrilling, utterly chilling. I was just on the edge of my seat the whole time I was reading it. Immediately I fell in love with Abra. She's a very interesting character. She's very intriguing. I won't go too much into detail about her, but if you haven't read Doctor Sleep yet and are a Stephen King fan, well, what are you waiting for? Pick it up and definitely read it. I highly recommend it. It's absolutely phenomenal, and it is non-stop thrills and chills, one step after the next. It's more of a suspense, a build-up, but Stephen just does this so well, and it's so elegant and beautiful in how he creates fear of the unknown, and he just has such a mastery over that, I think, and he's a genius in how he understands our normal psychological fear of what we don't understand, particularly of the paranormal. And that's why I like this book so much, because I'm into shows like Ghost Hunters, Paranormal, I think it's Paranormal Files, anything like that. It's very interesting to me, but it still really scares me. I will admit to it, even though I know that there's a spirit realm, and more often than not, we really shouldn't be messing with it, because you never know what's going to come through a portal. Yeah, that's why I don't mess with Ouija boards. Suspicious as that might seem, but yeah. Superstition or not, I don't like Ouija boards at all. For that reason. I really enjoyed the book, and I was so sad to put it down, and I'm actually going to sell it to half price in Greenwood, so if anybody's looking for a copy of Doctor Sleep, gently used, there you go. Not really sure what else to say about the book other than I give it 2 thumbs up and 5 stars, hands down. So if you have the chance to read it, I definitely read The Shining or watch The Shining before you get into the book. Interestingly enough, at the author's note, he talks about how he had some of his best books written, and The Shining was one of his more memorable ones, like The Stand and all that. But one of his fans actually inquired of him, well, whatever happened to Danny Torrance? And it was a legitimate question. And I'd always kind of wondered that in the back of my head myself after seeing the film, how he grew up and all that other thing. Um, he is recovering alcoholic, and they actually, uh, Stephen mentions why this is throughout the whole book, and it makes absolute logical sense. If you were in the same situation that Danny was in, you would probably become an alcoholic too. Um, I'm not really sure what else to say about the book, but if you're a fan of Stephen King, then you've got to pick up this book because it just really is absolutely stellar, and it's 570 plus pages long, but it is so worth it. It's so worth a read. And I also recently got Under the Dome, which was an idea that he actually came up with in 1963, according to the author's note in Doctor Sleep. I've seen the teleplay. I think it's proper terminology would be teleplay, or what's known as a TV series. I've seen it. I absolutely love it, and it's been a real thrill ride from start to finish. If any of you out there are like me and um, are big into shows like that, and I'm still watching Sleepy Hollow, still a huge fan of it. Uh, looking forward to Dracula, because I've always been fascinated with that myth ever since I was small. Well, more when I became a teenager and got into Anne Rice and Bram Stoker, the classics. Bram being the pinnacle and the truest form of that old Romanian myth. I think he did his research well, and he created Van Helsing. So yeah, need I say more? Uh, Let me see. I also like Witches of East End, though I was talking to my Wiccan friend about this, and she said it reminds me very much of Charmed, and I I thought, well, yeah, I did see Charmed, but I wasn't really a fan of Charmed, and I've never really read the books for Witches of East End, and I've always liked magic and that kind of thing. That's why I really am big into Harry Potter, because I can relate to it. But uh, other than that, I'm not really that much sure what else to say. Other than I shall see you when I review The Counselor coming up fairly soon. So all of you take care, and I shall see you next time. Ciao.